Okay. How you feeling? You ready to jump in?
As ready as I'm gonna get.
Okay. All right. So I'll play our intro and then, jump into it business as usual. All right. So,
Welcome to Sweet Talk, the Honey Bunch Bake Shop podcast, broadcasting straight from Southwest Fort Worth's favorite family run bakery. Each episode, we'll peek behind the ovens with owner and operator Keisha Scroggins and her crew, the folks baking up birthday cakes, holiday treats, and everyday sweets for the neighborhood. So settle in, imagine the smell of warm cinnamon rolls, and get ready for some sweet talk from Honey Bunch Bake Shop.
a warm look at the passion, purpose, and personal spark behind the creation of a beloved neighborhood bakery. Welcome, everyone. I'm Frederick, co host and producer here in the studios with Keisha Scroggins, owner and operator of the Honey Bunch Bake Shop. Keisha, how's everything rising and shining in your world today?
Doing well. How about you?
Great, great. Things are good here. So Keisha, shall we jump right in?
Sure.
What ins- Great. What inspired you to start Honey Bunch Bake Shop?
So I actually started just when a family member offered to pay me to make something, which I wasn't used to, and I was like, "What? Someone's willing to pay me to make something?" And so from there, I just started doing farmers markets and things on the weekend. And just wasn't really sure where it was going to go. I just thought I would just try it and see. And then my daughter was getting older and she was getting close to time for her to graduate. And so I thought, well, if I'm going to try to open a business and have somewhere for her to work, now is the time to do it. I just didn't want her, to be home by herself, not learning anything, not learning any job skills. But I also knew it was going to be difficult for her to work out there in the world. Not that she couldn't, but someone would have to have a lot of patience with her, and then not get upset with her, if they had to repeat themselves or go behind her and redo something. And that's great. But then you also have to think about coworkers and them feeling like they have to pick up the slack. So I just wanted to at least give her a chance to try to learn some of those job skills before, like, putting her out there in the world.
Gotcha, gotcha. So you mentioned your daughter being a main factor. Other than that, was there a specific moment when you realized baking was more than just a hobby for you?
Probably, I think just there wasn't like a specific moment. I think just the closer she got to graduating, I thought, well, I need to figure out how to do this. But there wasn't like one thing that happened. It was just kind of getting closer. And I knew I needed to figure something out.
Gotcha, gotcha. So you have talked about your daughter and you talked about your passion for baking. Now let's focus a little bit on the business entrepreneur side. And the question is, who or what played the biggest role in encouraging you to take the leap into entrepreneurship?
Um, Probably, I mean, my husband and I have a very supportive spouse who was okay with me doing this because it's been difficult with finances and, not working the way that I used to in the private sector. And then my mom has been really supportive as well. I've even, had to take a couple of loans from her. So just my family has been really important in the whole process.
That's amazing. It's always great to have a supportive family. So, speaking of family, growing up, life, in general, how did your early experiences in the kitchen shape the vision you had for the bakery?
Probably not at all. So I mean, I don't know honestly what vision I had, but it's not like that when you try to actually open a business. You think, okay, I love baking. I mean, that's great. But then you have all the other things that go into actually making a business and making an LLC and getting your, sales tax license and figuring out when you have to charge sales tax and when you don't. And so there's a lot of stuff I had no idea. I had no idea. I didn't have any mentors. I didn't know what I was doing half the time. I feel like I still don't know what I'm doing. But I think I was pretty naive. and not realizing, how much of it is actually not baking. And then trying to work that out with still working full time. So I, work the bakery full time. I still work full time as a nurse. So it can be a little bit difficult.
Gotcha, gotcha. Sounds like it's a full schedule and you're balancing it like a master, so that's awesome and very respectable. So speaking of the business, what emotions or values did you want Honey Bunch Bake Shop to represent from day one?
Honestly, kindness. I think sometimes in this day and age, people can be not as kind as they should be. So I've had people who have been ugly to my daughter, which is difficult. Just giving each other some grace. I feel like I try to always, show people some grace. I try to look at the big picture. It's a bakery. We didn't operate on the wrong kidney. It's not anything people need to get really upset about. So for me, it's just about being kind. And I want, we're always kind to people who come in. And I want it to be a place where people are kind to us when they come in. And that's important to me because, my daughter um, she cannot control the hand she was given. So it's not okay for people to be ugly because that's not her fault.
100% I agree with that. So sorry that people were ugly to your daughter, and thanks for, your telling us your emphasis on kindness and compassion. I think that truly is important in the world today. Um, so on that note, were there any challenges in the beginning that, ultimately strengthened your commitment to opening the shop?
Just seeing how hard she tries, honestly. So even though, I mean, even myself, I get frustrated with, okay, what did we say to do? And don't forget to do this and do that. But she tries really hard. She really does. And she feels bad. Sometimes you have to tell her it's okay. It's all right. You didn't do anything wrong. It's okay. You just forgot. Let's just do it. But she tries really hard. She tries really hard to make sure she does it right. She has her own system for things. Like if she normally puts 4 pieces of tape on something and you put three, she's like, who put 3 pieces of tape on it? So she has her own way of doing things. I think she's proud of herself. I hope she is, that she's proud of herself with the work that she does.
Wonderful, wonderful. So wonderful to hear that. So final question for you is, how does that original inspiration continue to influence the way you run the bakery today?
I think that it's part of just why I'm there. Like I love baking. Of course, that's the main focus, but I think just making it a safe place for her. And then my son works, with me as well. And he, when I have to go be a nurse, he's there with her, still helping her get those job skills. So I think the whole goal is just to support our family and to do something that I like doing and then give her some job skills at the same time. So, I mean, I have a couple of goals, but really just letting, him take the lead, letting her learn how to take direction, even though it's her brother. So, just a lot of things for them to learn, for me to learn as far as being a business owner. And you know what? Even if it doesn't work out, I can say that I tried, really hard. We tried and what we did.
Amazing, amazing. Well, Keisha, thank you so much for sharing the heart behind Honey Bunch Bake Shop. For everyone else tuning in, thanks for joining the journey, and we'll see you all next time.
You've been listening to Sweet Talk from Honey Bunch Bake Shop. Sweet on the outside, heart in the oven. Treat yourself and stop by at 6257 Granbury Road in the Hewlin Square Shopping Center or visit honeybunchbakeshop.com. Until next time, stay sweet, Fort Worth.
Okay, episode one done. Okay, so